Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk about the nerdy news that you need to know about. It's the only news that matters. It's good news. Kicking things off, I just want to say a huge big shout out and kudos to Wade over at Unparalleled Universe. Congratulations, man. The Odius Kickstarter, fully funded and ready to go. That is awesome news. I love the fact that someone in the community, in the YouTubing, toy reporting scene is like, you know what? I'm going to get my own action figure done, and dang it, he did it. And that takes some serious get up and go and motivation. And in the words of Macho Man Randy Savage, do the thing if you got the guts. And he got the guts. And now it's a happening. And the Odious figure does look wicked. It looks really, really cool. Everyone who's bought in is going to get some serious bang for their buck. So, brother, double thumbs up to you. Doff of the hat, can of Coke, every other model behavior cliche. That is most definitely good news. So, kicking things off, I'm going to talk about the sort of revealed, leaked, no, it's just leaked images of the new What If wave from Marvel Legends. Now, this is one that has actually been around for a couple of days, and I was like, no, I'm not going to cover it. But then again, you know, that's just because of me and my own personal unfair biases against the MCU line. And they just don't mash my potatoes. But there's a lot of people out there who are into them. So you know what? Let's talk about them. First of all, we got the Build-A-Figure. We'll start with the Build-A-Figure, which is the... Oh, also, like, skip to the next chapter if you don't want to see what's coming up. But, I mean, come on. You know you do. You know you do. So, the Build-A-Figure is kind of the Hydra Stomper, but not. When I first saw the Hydra Stomper, or this version, I was like, wait, they're just re-releasing and repainting the Hydra Stomper as a BAF? That's weird. And then I realized, oh no, wait, they're not. This is completely different. It's smaller, all new. And also, to answer the next question, these are figures from the next series of What If. So there's going to be some things that we haven't seen yet, like this version of the Hydra Stomper, that are going to be in the next season of What If. That was a redundant way of repeating myself, but there you go. So that's the BAF. And then speaking of things we haven't seen yet, we also get Goliath. And when I first saw this leaked image, I was like, oh, it's a Power Rangers figure. But no, it's actually Goliath from What If. From What If. So that's kind of cool. I don't know why I'm speaking with a lisp, but there you go. So I'm getting my Invisalign braces tomorrow, so maybe I will be speaking with a lisp. We'll find out. Hopefully not, because that could be really awkward for my job. Oh well, time will tell. So yeah, Goliath, he's in there. Then also, we're getting the much delayed Thanos armor Gamora, who was supposed to be in the first season of What If. Well, she was in the big climax, but she was supposed to have her own featured episode, but with time constraints or whatever, probably COVID as well, that ended up getting cut. So we're getting that episode in the second season. And then we're getting some WandaVision. We're getting Agatha, who's going to be hitting the airwaves next year, I think, in her coven, isn't it? Agatha's Coven of Chaos or something? I don't know. Either way, I think that's going to make a lot of people happy because Agatha was kind of the breakout star of WandaVision. So that's kind of fun. Then also, we've got Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, just in his kind of Secret Invasion sort of look there. And that's fine. I mean, it's Samuel L. Jackson. Does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? Then also, we've got Ben Mendelsohn Skrull. I can't remember the character's name, but it's Skrull Mendelsohn. It's Ben Skrullington. It's him, and he looks kind of cool. Just, you know, a Skrull head and a Ben Mendelsohn head. And already some people are like, ooh, maybe we could work that into the Black Series, do a little switcheroo. I don't know if the scales match, but nonetheless, Skrull scales. Do Skrulls have scales? Let's move on. There is also Yelena as well, and in case you can't tell, I'm actually inserting this into the segment because I forgot all about her. Because we already do have a figure of her, don't we, from the Winter Soldier. So this is a slightly different look, but there's not exactly like anything to write home about, really. If you've already got the original one, is this a massive upgrade? Not particularly, I don't think. But then again, that's just me with my own personal preferences and tastes. There might be some massive Yelena fans out there who are like, OMG, Dave, I desperately need that. You're getting so excited about a new Mayfek Scarlet Spider, which admittedly is beautiful. But you can't appreciate a Yelena figure? I know, that's just the model behavior biases. It's who I am. You're got to deal with it. Finally, we have the Kingpin. And this is one that a lot of people have been asking for a long time. And yeah, he looks like a decent recreation of Vincent D'Onofrio. That's really all I can say. Because like I'm not like, oh, this is getting me excited, because it's not. And I'm not gonna lie to you. It's the first rule of model behavior. Be honest, and 3.75-inch figures are for perverts. That's the two rules of model behavior. That and ruthless efficiency, and the art of surprise. 4, you know what? Let's start again. This line looks fun. By the way, that was a deep cut Monty Python reference. God, my words are all over the place today. That was a deep cut Monty Python reference. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. All right, you know what? I've belabored this way too long. Let's go on to the next segment, shall we? Speaking of Marvel Legends, I haven't seen this reported anywhere else. However, a lot of people, such as like some trusted folks who I've heard online, are saying that the Deadpool and Bob 2-pack is going to be $49.99. Now, I haven't seen that confirmed, but if that's the case, that's really good. It's $25 each with a lot of accessories. That is actually quite a pleasant, refreshing surprise, if it's true. But I haven't seen it with my own eyes, so I can only go on what the people are saying. But what the people who I trust are saying are that is the case. And if so, then Hasbro, you know, it's tough. You raise prices so ridiculously that when you actually make them normal, I'm like, yay, well done, guys. So actually, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that is a reasonable price for 2 good-looking action figures. But you can't help but be like a little bit happy just because they haven't gone cuckoo bananas insane and made it like $70 like you would kind of expect them to. So, alright, prices are kind of leveling out, hopefully. That's a good thing. Unfortunately, being a con exclusive, it might be prime scalper. Oh, no. It's not prime scalper fodder because apparently it's all a QR code thing and each person can only get 1 QR code, so that might be a good thing. I'm just hoping it pops up on Pulse or something, because I hate exclusives. How can you say you put the fans first? Literally your tagline. Hasbro, where fans come first, unless we get paid extra money to do an exclusive, in which case, good luck. So yeah, that always kind of sticks in my craw a little bit. Nonetheless though, this is a good looking pack for a good looking price, so that's good at least. Over to obscure third-party things, and things to keep your eye on. There is this anime Bumblebee girl, which just looks kind of awesome. After getting my Kotobukiya anime girl Transformer statues, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of into this crossover mashup type thingamabob reinterpretation, I guess is what you would really call it. And now I'm going to keep an eye on this developer as it kind of comes out, because this isn't a tried and tested manufacturer that we're familiar with. This was just linked to me by a good brother on the Facebook group who was like, hey, this is a thing that's being made. Check it out. They're taking pre-orders, but I don't know about this source or how kind of trustworthy it is, but I just like talking about cool action figure stuff. So that's why this is here. I'm not saying rush out, go to the Model Behavior Facebook group, click on the link and go pre-order this thing, because I don't know much about it, you know, straight up being honest, but I know what I like. And I like silly, cute cheesecake reinterpretations of classic 80s franchises. And this is exactly that. And if it does what it looks like it does, then this looks amazing. This looks really, really great. This is like, yeah, full-on anime female Bumblebee that hopefully, if the pictures and the specs are anything to go by, actually properly transforms. Like, that's really cool. But I can't give you any more information besides that. So here are the pictures. I think they look really cool, and hopefully we'll get more information as it comes out. I'll keep you posted. We're keeping things super Japanese in this episode. Shin Ultraman, which is the newest Ultraman big box office movie, is getting the 3.0 treatment in 2 different versions as well. We're getting a 12-inch and 6-inch version of the classic kaiju superhero type character. I've never seen anything Ultraman like in my life, besides the figures. So I don't really know the lore behind it, but oh boy, is it popular over here. People still go nuts for Ultraman. I guess it's what you grew up on. Same reason I love the Clone Saga and I love my Scarlet Spider from Mafex behind me. Review of that coming up soon. So yeah, this looks like you kind of expect. Very nice 3.0 stuff. I think it's about $50 for the 6-inch one, or about 120 for the taller one, which actually, you know, this is kind of what we come to expect from 3.0 and these kinds of prices and whatnot. So I'm never going to say, that's not a lot of money. It always is. But for what you're getting, it looks like a very nice couple of action figures. So yeah, one to look out for. And also, if you ever want like more detailed information and the links for these, if you go to the Model Behaviour Facebook group, that's where all of this info is like posted up, and you can click on the links and go and do a little bit of kind of due diligence for yourself to see what's what and decide if it's worth buying. See, I'm not trying to sway you either way. I don't make the news. I just report it badly. Now, this is super fun. I was talking yesterday, or in the last episode, about Jack's Donkey Kong Arena. Now we're getting Bowser's Flying Fortress, and this actually looks really, really cool. I don't know, it puts a big goofy smile on my face. I just love it as a centerpiece. Like if you wanted to have a collection, kind of like I do, where it's just like a mismatch of fun things, nostalgic properties, things that look cool, just random shelf fillers that just pop off the shelf and, you know, sparkle in your eyes. Don't know where that sentence was going. Then this is like just a fun extra thing to have. I think the Bowser little figure, oh, he looks cool. You can just hear that Jack Black voice coming out. But yeah, this has got lots of nice little details, like the little cages, and oh, there they are, and all of the just the little nuances that kind of bring it to life. And then you got the big Bowser figure next to it. I don't know what that's in relation to. I think that might just be a separate Bowser action figure. These pictures were originally posted on the Toy Shiz Instagram. As you can see the little Toy Shiz watermark there. Go check it out. Toy Shiz doesn't need me to promote Toy Shiz. Toy Shiz is it's a lot bigger than Model Behaviour. But yeah, it looks like, you know, obviously more of a kid's toy, but heck, aren't we all just big kids? I know I am. Now this is kind of fun. This is a more official Transformers bit of merchandise. We got these cute little Transformers figures that you can put together. You can buy a set of 9 of them for $58, which is, you know, you can do the math there. It's pretty darn good. I think that's a good deal for these little guys because they're cute. And the fact that you get 9 of them, there's a whole wide range of Transformers. Many of the ones here, every time I see them, my brain just sees them dying in Transformers the movie, because it's all the G1 guys who got slaughtered in the first 10 minutes of that film. But nonetheless, there are some really cool deep cut figures here, and it's just a fun little, what's the word? Chibi. I think it's a chibi kind of art style, you would call it. But yeah, Skywarp and Thundercracker. I always thought Thundercracker was just one of the coolest names that a bad guy's ever had. Actually, all of the flying Decepticons. Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp. Those are 3 names for some badass characters. But yeah, you see all the different little accessories that these guys have as well. I'm sure the price that's on here is correct. It says $58. But even being like small little minifigures, that's still a really good deal, I think. Actually, looking at the size comparison, they are very small. So I guess that probably does make sense. And they are sort of model kits as well. You put them together. So there's a little bit more creativity in there as well. I see, and they come in the individual boxes. That's what these are. I'm literally learning as we go. So these are the ones that you buy as blind boxes, I think. Yes, I think you buy these in stores as blind boxes. You don't know what you're gonna get unless you buy the full set box, and then, well, there you go. I kind of like I don't like the gambling mechanic of these blind boxes, but they are very, very popular over here in Japan. And looking at all of these figures together, it's a nice looking set, man. I really dig these. I'd kind of like to have these guys decorating my shelves. Will I do it? Maybe. watch and see. I kind of convinced myself to buy something right here in real time. You see how easily I'm swayed. Did you ever wish that Mezco would make a Daniel Craig James Bond figure? Honestly, it never occurred to me, but it did occur to someone over at Muff Toys. Yes, that is the name of the company. And they're doing a 1/12 scale, not Daniel Craig James Bond figure, which, come on, it's Daniel Craig James Bond. And these promo images, they look nice, man. Even if you don't want Daniel Craig as James Bond, just a good-looking tuxedo body there. You could put instantly just thought you could put a Wolverine head on there. I mean, granted, with Joe Fixit, they're wearing like white tuxedos, aren't they? So that doesn't quite work. But nonetheless, it's a cool-looking little thing. The Daniel Craig likeness is actually really, really impressive. And James Bond, James Bond was never really explored that much in action figures. I know that there are things out there, but it's always fun to see some James Bond representation. The whole setup of the images here, it looks very much like the Hot Toys displays that they do. But this, it looks kind of cool. Muff 112. They've got an Instagram, so you can go check them out on Instagram to get a closer look at the things that they do, and more to the point, the things that they have done. That's probably the most important thing to do. So you've got an idea of, what the pedigree of this company is. But just looking at these images, that looks kind of fun. Something else that is a big franchise in Japan is, of course, Astro Boy. I say of course, like, duh, of course you know that Astro Boy is a big thing. Oh, maybe you do, but it's not exactly assumed knowledge. Regardless, Tron model kits are making Astro Boy kind of on the assembly table. This looks really cool. I'm not an Astro Boy person. Yeah, I grew up in Wokingham in England. Not much Astro Boy going on there. However, I gotta stop saying however, I'm overusing it, but it's just really satisfying. This looks like an awesome kit. I love what's going on here. Like, I wouldn't necessarily want an Astro Boy action figure, but let me get, where's my, there you go. I was looking for the button while looking at the camera. I hate seeing myself look down when I'm doing these videos, but man, it's difficult to just use, the sense of touch sometimes, because the Apple keyboard is so smooth. I can't find the key I'm looking for to skip onto the next picture, but you don't care about this. Nonetheless, though, the amount of detail in this, it looks cool, man. It looks really, really nice. Tron model kit, Astro Boy, that's all the information that we've got here at the moment. Ugh, I was just looking down for an extended period of time there. I'm going to hate watching that back. Nonetheless, though, this looks like a nice little set. This really is a Japanese-heavy episode because X Plus D4real, honestly, not familiar, not heard of them. But they are making an Evangelion Godzilla mashup. Two things that I didn't think about pairing up. Well, dang it, someone did. There's a lot of these on this episode today. Things that I never thought of, but some bright spark did. And this, I mean, come on. This looks pretty wicked. I mean, it looks goofy and ridiculous, but sometimes I kind of like goofy and ridiculous. I mean, have you seen Model Behaviour? That's what this is. This is goofy and ridiculous, and so is this action figure. Or statue, is there articulation? I think there's articulation. It's kind of hard to tell, actually, but the more pictures I look at, the more I kind of want it. It reminds me a bit of the old McFarlane toy, the Heap, from the Spawn line, if you remember that, but this is just fun. It's very, look at my cheeks kind of tensing up in a stupid dumbass grin. That's what happens when I see something that I'm like, that just looks like fun. It looks like a good time. This figure looks like a good time. I'm going to keep a close eye out for this. I'm so sorry that there are so many things on here where I'm like, I just tell you about it, but I can't tell you like more pertinent information. But sometimes I just get images and things sent and like a company name and that's it. So when I find out more info, I will give it to you. But in the meantime, I mean, you just got this on in the background while you're folding laundry anyway. Or from what I've actually been told, while you're making sweet love to your significant other. That's not actually something you do intentionally, but apparently, like, you'll just kind of like get distracted, and then all of a sudden you got me blabbering on about the top 100 Marvel Legends while you're getting down to business, and for that, I'm grateful. Nonetheless, though, this figure, it looks really fun. For all you Spider-Verse fans out there, Young Rich Toys. I've not heard of these before, but there you go. They're doing a 1/6 scale Peter B. Parker with... Is it May? It is May. May Day, isn't it? Regardless. The baby. They're doing him with the baby. Another thing from the latest Spider-Verse movie I wasn't really a fan of. I like him having a baby, but why are you bringing it into a deadly, life-threatening situation? Peter B. Parker, you were a relatable, likable character in the first movie. Why are you now just portrayed as an idiot doofus? I don't know. But people seem to generally love that movie, so I think I'm in the minority. Regardless, you've got this 1/6 scale figure coming out now, and it look, I say this about all the figures, and I'm sorry, I should give more kind of pertinent criticism and like, this looks to me like the joints might not articulate in a 180-degree... I don't know. I'm just looking at the pictures like you are. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing, and then, prescribing a little melody to go under it, so that hopefully you can enjoy listening to this like a podcast when you're doing the dishes or something. I know that model behavior is not sit-down appointment Game of Thrones style television, but it's something you put on because it's just a nice part of the routine. That's why I like to do these almost on a daily basis, because it's like, I've woken up, wake up in the morning, making some coffee, gonna watch my action figure news. Ooh, model behavior. That's my logic. The baby looks kind of adorable, actually. I do love the little Spider-Man beanie kind of fluffy hat that she's got. This is actually a great looking set. I'm gonna look for more information on this as it comes out, because I kind of like this. U-Man Studios have revealed their Mechagodzilla, and look, Mechagodzilla is just wicked. This is going to be 85 centimeters tall, which is difficult for me to kind of envision how big that is, but it's pretty big. Wait a minute, I'm 196 centimeters? No, I'm 192 centimeters tall. So 85 centimeters? Hang on, is that how big? 85 centimeters? That's really big. This is a big mama jamma. I don't have a price for it. Is this a statue? It's a statue. Yes, it's a statue. It's going to be expensive. I don't have a price for it though, but yeah, like 85, that's not half my height, but that's pretty freaking big. Man, I want to see more real world pictures of this, because it's all well and good seeing like, carefully staged, photoshopped images of something, but that doesn't really tell you what it's going to look like. I want to see it sat on a coffee table. That gives you a real world idea of what you're actually looking at. I'm going to look out for some more information, because this looks great. Like the original, not the original Japanese Mechagodzilla design, that looked goofy, but this version of it, this looked cool. It was amazing that, with the US legendary Godzilla vs. Kong, when they brought in Mechagodzilla, I thought that design looks garbage. Like, it looks really bad. It looks silly and clunky, and it's like, you're supposed to be like the cool mega budget US version, and actually kind of like similar to Godzilla 98. You took a cool design and made it a bit lame. Well, here you go. This is a cool design that is just straight up a really cool design. Revoltech, good old Revoltech, again getting better and better with each figure they do. They're doing a Monster Hunter figure. This character's called Malzeno. Or it's the Malzeno armor set. I'm not a Monster Hunter guy, so I couldn't tell you what the ins and outs of this are, but just this one single reveal type picture looks cool. It gives me little vibes of Jushin Thunder Liger, which I kind of love. But yeah, I'm not going to get too giddy about it because I'm not invested in Monster Hunter. Regardless though, this... I gotta stop saying this about everything, but it does! This looks good. I thought I'd include a fun little segment in some videos, which is just cool stuff that I've found in Japan. And this time, randomly, I was in a secondhand toy store, and they just had a collection of Azrael Batman figures from throughout the last, 30 plus years. And it was funny because I just got the Mafex and I was like, oh, this Mafex looks really cool. And then I get to this store and it's like, oh wow, there's actually been way more iterations of this character in action figure form than I ever realized. And some of them, they might not have the articulation of the Mafex, but damn if they don't look really good. Especially, I like when he kind of stops being Batman and is more kind of bad and he's got more of the red tone to the costume. That looked really cool. But yeah, I thought this would be a fun little way of incorporating the fact that I'm in this country, is by just showing you some of the footage of me being out and about different places. I mean, I do the toy hunts, every now and then. And I need to do that more, actually, because they're always good fun. But I want to sprinkle a bit more Japanese flavoring, a little bit more wasabi on these videos to kind of give it a bit more of a unique sort of kick. So this was my random fun little find in the second-hand stores. A whole bunch of Azrael Batman, and I kind of dig them. Just a quick little story. Disney, celebrating their 100th anniversary, are doing some Marvel Comics mashup covers. And hey, look, Disney consolidating everything, it's not necessarily a good thing, but sometimes you get some fun little stuff, like Mickey Mouse recreating Amazing Spider-Man 300, or, the cast of, the entire Disney cast doing X-Men #1. I'd kind of like it if they did do the full fold out of all 5 different covers. That would be kind of fun. I'm not sure who would be Magneto. Maybe the big... I never know what that monster thing is. It doesn't matter. Regardless, that's kind of cool. And then you've got the Secret Wars one as well. That's a lot of fun. It's only a small, kitsch, little silly thing, but you know what? I kind of like it. Sticking with comic books, sticking with Marvel comic books, this is something that isn't a spoiler. I was worried at first, but then it's the front cover of Entertainment Weekly online, so it's not like it's like, a leak or anything. Miss Marvel is back. We hardly missed you. You were gone for like a week. So they killed off Miss Marvel in the pages of Spider-Man about a month ago, give or take. And instantly, everyone was like, okay, so you're doing this so that you can bring her back as a mutant so that she is in line with the MCU. And I'm sure some folks were like, how could you be so cynical? Well, guess what? They're bringing her back now as a mutant so that she can be in line with the MCU. Come on, and no one was even saying how cynical. Like, everyone knew, this is what you're doing. It's just kind of ridiculous that Marvel even went to the effort of being like, oh, we're killing a character. No, you're not. We know you're not. You know you're not. Why are you filling my room with lies? Why are you making baby Jesus cry by lying to your readers, by telling them that, oh, we're killing a character? No, you're not. You're sending a character on vacation for a couple of weeks. She'll be back dressed in yellow and blue and she'll be a mutant. There you go. But one other little sort of wrinkle, an interesting little wrinkle, is that her new series is being co-written by the actress who plays her in the MCU. And I was stifling over my words there because I couldn't remember the actress's name. But nonetheless, she's co-writing the new series, and that's kind of fun. And also, she's co-writing it. I know that some folks might say like, "Oh, she's not a writer. What credentials does she have?" Well, there you go. She's not solely responsible for creating it. She's gonna have like a hand in it, and I think that's kind of nice. I like it. A little bit of synergy playing around, but also I probably don't mind it so much because I just don't really care about Marvel Comics so much anymore. I love the characters, but I'm just not into what Marvel Comics is or what they're kind of just doing at the moment. It's hard to get invested. So honestly, they can do whatever they want. And I don't really mind either way. Unless they finally actually, bring Ben Reilly back and do justice to that character, then I'd be invested. And the fact that they haven't, I think, is just a personal affront to me. I mean, really, it's not like they don't know about me. Surely, everyone does. Bob Iger, what's the matter? Give me a call. I'll write Scarlet Spider for you. I genuinely will. You know what? The campaign starts here. Hashtag Scarlet Spider displays model behavior. All right, let's make it happen, folks. Come on. If Unparalleled Universe can get their own Odius action figure, I can write Scarlet Spider. Somebody stop me. Please, somebody stop me. Over in Cosplay Corner, Maruzi_Dragon, this is something a little bit different, which was actually brought to my attention by someone posting a link to this Gaming Bible video in, again, the Model Behavior Facebook group. Go join it, it's a good time. This lady does some really awesome, not just cosplay, but as you can see from the videos, she's a badass martial artist, and that's what's so cool when you can get the look of a comic book character, but then actually combine that with almost superhuman skills. That's so cool. There's a couple of cosplayers I follow who, they have the athletic gymnastic experience and skills to actually really bring the characters to life. There's a guy who does Spider-Man. I gotta remind myself what his name is, but he's like a free running type gymnast, so he can recreate all those Spider-Man looks and moves. Same thing with this lady here. She's got the skills to pay the bills, especially with like the oh, come on, Nightwing. There you go. Jeez, that was killing me. The Nightwing Eskimo sticks. That's just wicked. So yeah, go give her a follow on. I mean, she does all the things: the TikToks, the Instagrams, the Twitters. I imagine she's probably doing pretty damn well out of them as well. Well, go give her another shot in the arm as well, because anyone with these kind of badass skills, she deserves a follow. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. This was a weird episode. I'm not going to lie. I think the heat's getting to me. Yeah. But nonetheless, I had a lot of fun doing this. This is why this episode went off the rails, just because I really enjoy riffing and just having fun. And I hope that you can tell that. I do this because I love it, man. That's why I can't stop doing it. It's becoming a problem. Nah, it's not. I got a good work-life balance. Gang, if you want to help me with that balance, you can do by going over to patreon.com/displaying-model-behaviour, toss a couple of bucks my way, and it means that hopefully I'll be able to, just dedicate more time to doing these and less to, actually like other work that takes me away from it. I don't want that. I want to be sat here in front of my iPhone filming videos. So gang, thank you for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior. In, again, the Model Behavior Facebook group. Go join it. It's a good time. This lady... bollocks. This really is a Japanese heavy... This really is a Japanese heavy... This really is a Japanese heavy episode.